Last time it was too loud. Ozda Sanale E. Good morning, dear friends. In these Blue Ridge Mountains where beauty never ends, you've joined us this day at the UU Hall, where love and compassion are shared with all. Where bison once roamed and the rivers ran free, Catawba and Cherokee shaped history's tree. Still westward lands hold the tribal embrace, reminding us gently of heritage and grace. We stand with the weary, the silenced, oppressed, condemning all hatred, so kindness is blessed. All who seek love, whatever your creed, are welcome here fully in spirit and deed. When service concludes, come linger, don't flee. There's coffee and laughter, there's friendship and tea. So share in the moment, let joy take its turn in Hendersonville's mountains, where hearts ever burn. April is National Poetry Month, so welcome to our poetry service. I'm Joff Masakawa, today's worship associate, who responds to pronouns he, him, his. My multicultural origins are challenged by seasonal allergies, no doubt enhanced by invasive species that our land's forebears would scorn. Wearing colorful attire while avoiding the temptation of hunching over this microphone. It's time for quick announcements, for which full details are located inside the order of service you were handed when you entered this peaceful sanctuary. Please stay for coffee hour today to watch the impactful climate change documentary film, The Ants and the Grasshopper. It's the story of an African farmer, Anita, who comes to America to seek help for her country and the planet. A light lunch will be served along with the film. Next Sunday, April 19th, there will be a lunch and learn with Caleb Graves, the congregational mobilizer at the Unitarian Universalist Justice Ministry of North Carolina. Lunch will be a potluck salad bar. Are you a newbie here at UUFH? I'm looking. Oh, yay. On Sunday, April 26th, during coffee hour, come get acquainted with others, though we'll give you a head start today, and bring any questions you'd like answered. Make plans to be at the May Day Market fundraiser on May 2nd. You can add to the fund by renting a space for your specialty. Contact Jessie for details. Jessie, I thought I saw her. Oh, okay. All right. Very good.
And good morning. I'm the Reverend George Grimm Howell, the settled minister of this congregation. For those who can't see me, I'm a 5'11" pale-skinned man with very little hair. I'm wearing a rainbow chalice this morning, and very grateful to be with you. So as many of you know, here at UUFH, we have committed ourselves to a specific list of actions in support of our democracy and in defiance of authoritarianism. And we are committing to giving announcements and suggested actions each week. So thanks to Vicki S., who has been managing this process, and she and I are collaborating on weekly announcements to give you a sense of how you can take action to support democracy. So here are 3 suggestions for you this morning. Number 1, attend the UU Justice NC Social Justice Friday Action Hour each Friday at 11. It's informative and can be fun. The Zoom link is on the website and the e-news, and I believe this coming Friday we can gather in person to watch it together at 11 here, or you can Zoom in from home. Number 2, reread that call to action document and choose an action if you haven't already. And don't forget to also report the actions once you've done them. Again, the links are on the website and the e-news. And number 3, our call to action includes defending immigrant rights by donating to organizations that support migrants locally, and these include Pisgah Legal Services and True Ridge. And it just so happens that today's offering will be dedicated to these 2 groups. So you can take care of one of your actions right here this morning while supporting 2 excellent organizations. And you'll get to hear more from Daniel at Pisgah Legal later in the service. Thank you for putting your love into action.
You, Shirley. We're going to do the lighting of the chalice. This flame burns for what might be, for hands that help us up and point to the rising sun, for hearts that whisper what if, for dreams that blanket our imaginations with what might be. May our chalice shine light for our work of becoming.
Welcome, dear friends, to Possibility's door, where love is the hearth and hope is the core, a refuge for seekers of truth ever new, unfolding in wonder with beauty in view. Come, let us worship poetically together. Now lift your voices, join me in song, hymn number 112. Come sing along. Surely we'll first play a verse for your ear, then rise as you're willing to sing loud and clear. Be seated.
Good morning. So I knew that we were going to kick off Poetry Month with some exciting lyrics and rhymes, but I didn't come prepared with an intro. You guys help me? How about something like, hey, I'm Sunday Shay. I'm here to say hello. Oh my gosh, all of you are staring at me all of a sudden. All the words are gone. The introvert comes out. Okay.
Roses are red, violets are blue.
And I'm wearing a cool tee. How about you? If you're not able to see me, thank you for that. I am surrounded by children, and I'm wearing a shirt that says, "Live like a book that they would ban in Florida." My name is Sunday Shay Parker. I'm the Director of Family Ministries. It's a joy to be with you guys. And I have some fun poems to share with y'all. Have you ever heard of Shel Silverstein? Yeah. This one is called Invitation, and I really like this one because, like you use, it's very warm, welcoming, affirming, takes you as you are. Invitation. If you are a dreamer, come in. If you're a dreamer, a wisher, a liar, a hoper, a prayer, a magic bean buyer. If you're a pretender, come sit by the fire. For we have some flax golden tales to spin. Come in, come in. That one reminded me of you. Right? You're always welcome here. Another one I have is called Put Something In. Put something in. Marilyn, you want to come help me read the story? Read the poem? Mira, mija. Hi, good morning. She's going to help me. Put something in. Draw a crazy picture. Write a nutty poem. Sing a mumble-gumble song. Whistle through your comb. Do a loony goony dance. Cross the kitchen floor. Put something silly in the world that ain't been there before. And that's my challenge for each of you. Put something kind, something beautiful, and something that hasn't been in the world before. All right. All right, thank you guys for sharing this time with me. They're gonna sing us out today. And we're gonna drop stones like normal, but then we're gonna go this way. So we can go ahead and line up.
Yes, please remain seated as we sing the children out. Shirley will play it through once. From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live.
We now come together to share our joys and sorrows. When the music begins, those who wish to participate are invited to come forward down the center aisle, take a stone representing your joy or sorrow, and drop it into the water of beloved community. We ask that you wait until the person in front of you steps away before approaching the bowl. And please raise your hand if you'd like me to bring the bowl to you. I have a few individual stones that have been submitted. From Sunday, please pray and send thoughts of love and healing for Mark, a loved one of the Parker family who is currently hospitalized with sepsis in Shreveport. Thank you. And this is from Reverend George. Yom HaShoah for Hebrew year 5786 begins at sundown on Monday, April 13th, and ends at nightfall on Tuesday, April 14th. Holocaust Remembrance Day is observed as Israel's day of commemoration for the approximately 6 million Jews and 5 million others who perished in the Holocaust as a result of the actions carried out by Nazi Germany and its accessories, and for the Jewish resistance in that period. May we pray for peace, safety, and dignity for all people. We offer one final stone for those joys or concerns that remain only in our hearts.
And I just took the liberty of adding a stone of joy for Kayla because she is home and obviously doing better. We're so glad to have you with us this morning. Wish you healing. So I invite you to join me in a spirit of meditation or mindful attention with this prayer from Manish Mishra Marzetti. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. Listen carefully. Can you hear the song? The one sung for you when you were born. The song sung by a cosmos in motion, rejoicing at your life. Listen carefully. Can you hear it still? A song of possibility, a reminder that we still have time to be who and what we need to be. Listen carefully. The vast expanse echoes a recognition that it's not always easy. Possibilities can be hard to pursue. The music calls us to recognize our limitations, to recognize that the song is best sung with others. Here in community, we bring alive that most primordial and original impulse, the desire to sing to the universe who we are, to celebrate and share our lives with others. May it be so.
Our reading comes to us from a 1977 essay by the Black queer feminist author Audre Lorde. Here she is making the case for how poetry is vital for redeeming identity and spurring transformation. I speak here of poetry as a revelatory distillation of experience, not the sterile wordplay that too often the white fathers distorted the word poetry to mean in order to cover a desperate wish for imagination without insight. For women, then, the poetry is not a luxury. It is a vital necessity of our existence. It forms the quality of light within which we predicate our hopes and dreams toward survival and change, first made into this language, then into idea, then into more tangible action. Poetry is the way we may give name to the nameless so it can be thought. The farthest horizons of our hopes and fears are cobbled by our poems, carved from the rock experiences of our daily lives. The white fathers told us, I think, therefore I am. The black mother within each of us, the poet, whispers in our dreams, I feel, therefore I can be free. Poetry coins the language to express and charter this revolutionary demand, the implementation of that freedom.
Thank you, Shirley. That was beautiful. Well, welcome to the UU Fellowship of Hendersonville's celebration of National Poetry Month. Poetry, for me, has always been a deeply spiritual experience, and I hope for you too. In this so-called sermon, the poetry is really going to do most of the talking. But I'd like to honor the work of Audre Lorde by using her framing about what poetry really is for oppressed peoples and the critical role it can play in healing. It's important to note that Lorde's 1977 essay that Joff shared a piece of was written about and for women, and particularly for women of color. One has to take great care when trying to extend this soul work to a general audience that doesn't share the same life experience as a queer black woman in the 1970s. Yet I will suggest that those of us who do not share that identity can still use our moral imagination to engage the human suffering that all of us have experienced in some form, while still respecting the particular work that belongs to women of color. Here we find ourselves at the intersection of art and justice that calls us to a deeper spiritual understanding that goes far beyond the intellect. So together this morning, we will explore 3 truths about poetry: naming the darkness, expanding imagination, and calling to action. Joff will assist me.
We begin with the first truth, that of naming, unearthing, bringing out from the dark into the light. Lord writes, "These places of possibility within ourselves are dark because they are ancient and hidden. They have survived and grown strong through that darkness. Within these deep places, each one of us holds an incredible reserve of creativity and power, of unexamined and unrecorded emotion and feeling." We will share excerpts from 3 poems that do this naming, this unearthing, which can be the beginning of healing. Maya Angelou names the unfreedom and the feeling of being trapped. Then our own Regina H. names the profound sense of all we've lost in modern culture.
A free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream till the current ends, and dips his wing in the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. But a caged bird stands on the grave of dreams. His shadow shouts on a nightmare scream. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied. So he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown, but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom.
There was a time of wide open spaces, a forest to run through the creeks for wading. Back when you could drive to the beach in your bug-spattered car and spend a few weeks fishing and eating ham salad. Games for rainy days, lazy, just laying about. There was a time of creaking and croaking when the breeze brought the sweet jasmine honeysuckle scent, and lightning bugs mostly eluded sweaty hands, when morning glories said good day, and chickens knew you would be coming for their clutch of eggs. Oh, the howls in the night would bring such a fright. But it wasn't mean beasties, only night creatures being themselves. It was really, y'all, not a dream. Oh, sweet bygone days. Come once again. Come again like a dear old friend. Then we can begin to mend. As it is above, so below. Let life come back to the slow.
In this second set of poems, we pursue the second truth of poetry according to Lord, expanding the imagination of what is possible. She writes, as they become known to and accepted by us, our feelings and the honest exploration of them become sanctuaries and spawning grounds for the most radical and daring of ideas. Native American poet Joy Harjo imagines healing through nature as a woman longing to be a tree. Then spoken word artist Andrea Gibson imagines what self-love might look like, pointing Cupid's arrow back to themselves. Both of these imagining of new worlds are a precursor to healing. Joy Harjo.
Some things on this earth are unspeakable. Genealogy of the broken, a shy wind threading leaves after a massacre, or the smell of coffee and no one there. Some humans say trees are not sentient beings, but they do not understand poetry. Now I am a woman longing to be a tree planted in a moist, dark earth between sunrise and sunset. What shall I do with all this heartache? The deepest rooted dream of a tree is to walk, even just a little ways, from the place next to the doorway to the edge of the river of life and drink. I have heard trees talking long after the sun has gone down. Imagine what it would be like to dance close together in this land of water and knowledge, to drink deep what is undrinkable.
This is from Boomerang Valentine by Andrea Gibson. I'm telling my friend about the psychic who said I'm going to meet the love of my life by the end of January. It's January 10th, and I am so far from ready for Cupid to fire anything sharp my way. My friend musters every bit of New Age jargon she can fit onto her tongue and says, "What if you are the love of your life?" I think, oh my God, I hope that's not true because I am absolutely not my type. But let's say for a moment I am. Let's say I am my dream girlish boy and I'm standing on my front porch ringing my own doorbell waiting for me to answer so I can hand myself a mason jar full of water lilies I have rescued from a millionaire's Monet. Let's say I am so charmed by the radiance of my own anarchy, I invite myself in for tea. And when I'm not looking, I sneak the steam from the kettle into my pocket so the next time I'm missing the coast of Maine, I can gift myself the fog. Let's say I'm not just running my mouth around as an old cliche that says we gotta love ourselves. We don't. I know I could keep getting down on myself until I'm tucked in my grave, looking up at my name carved in stone, wondering why I never knew I'd been cast for the lead in my own life. When it comes to love, the only thing I'm certain of is you are the best thing that has ever happened to you, whoever you are. I know there are people in this world who have been through hell with me. I don't ever want to take that lightly, but I want the heavy to anchor me brave, anchor me loving, anchor me in something that will hold me to my word when I tell Cupid I intend to keep walking out to the tip of his arrow to bend it back toward myself. To aim for my goodness until the muscle in my chest tears from the stretch of becoming what I came here to be, a lover of whatever got covered up by the airbrush, the truth of me, that beauty of a beast chewing through the leash until I got a mason jar full of water lilies and a kettle full of sea, and my whole life is a boomerang Valentine coming right back to me. Thank you to the late Andrea Gibson. They are amazing.
And this brings us to the third truth of poetry, according to Audre Lorde, and that is to serve as the bridge between vision and action. It lays the foundation for a future of change, she writes, a bridge across our fears. So we will hear excerpts from two poems that call us out of our comfort zones and invite us to take action to remake the world in the image of love, justice, and goodness. Next, you'll hear a piece from Mary Oliver that answers the call to save one's own life. And finally, we'll close with a portion of young poet Amanda Gorman's call to action as she addressed a bruised and hurting nation during Joe Biden's inauguration in 2021.
Mary Oliver. One day you finally knew what you had to do and began, though the voices around you kept shouting their bad advice, though the whole house began to tremble and you felt the old tug at your ankles, mend my life, each voice cried. But you didn't stop. You knew what you had to do, though the wind pried with its stiff fingers at the very foundations, though their melancholy was terrible. But little by little, as you left their voices behind, the stars began to burn through the sheets of clouds, and there was a new voice, which you slowly recognized as your own, that kept you company as you strode deeper and deeper into the world, determined to do the only thing you could do, determined to save the only life you could save. Amanda Gorman.
We did not feel prepared to be the heirs of such a terrifying hour, but within it, we found the power to author a new chapter, to offer hope and laughter to ourselves. We will not march back to what was, but move to what shall be, a country that is bruised but whole, benevolent but bold, fierce and free. We will not be turned out, turned around, or interrupted by intimidation, because we know our inaction and inertia will be the inheritance of the next generation. Our blunders become their burdens, but one thing is certain: if we merge mercy with might and might with right, then love becomes our legacy and change, our children's birthright. So don't let us leave a country better than the one we were left. With every breath from my bronze-pounded chest, we will raise this wounded world into a wondrous one. We will rise from the golden hills of the west. We will rise from the windswept northeast, where our forefathers first realized revolution. We will rise from the lake-rimmed cities of the Midwestern states. We will rise from the sun-baked South. We will rebuild, reconcile, and recover. In every known nook of our nation, in every corner called our country, our people, diverse and beautiful, will emerge, battered and beautiful. When day comes, we step out of the shade, aflame and unafraid. The new dawn blooms as we free it, for there is always light. If only we're brave enough to see it. If only we're brave enough to be it.
As you take these poetic truths home with you, the invitation is to think about what poems have the power to journey with you during this Poetry Month. Poem in Your Pocket Day will take place on Thursday, April 30th. And on this day, you are encouraged to select a poem, carry it with you, and share it with others. In person, through email, or on social media, and you can use the hashtag #PocketPoem. May new healing truths abound for you and for the world. Blessed be. Introduce the outreach. You're next.
At UUFH, 8 times a year, our social justice team names an outreach recipient to receive the proceeds of our Sunday offering. Today's special outreach collection will be shared between the community support organization True Ridge and Pisgah Legal Services. We're happy to introduce our guest speaker this morning, Daniel Carey of Pisgah Legal Services, to say a few words about their mission. Daniel?
Good morning. And thank you, Joff. Thank you, Reverend George, and thank you, Charlotte. I think Charlotte deserves some credit for finding me and getting me here. It's a pleasure and a privilege, frankly. The faith community in Henderson County is remarkable. You are very much a part of that, but so much of what we do is made possible by the faith community in this county. And we love to be able to give back by telling you what we're doing with the resources that you provide us. So this is my opportunity to do that. I knew it was Poetry Month. I didn't realize we were going to get spoon-fed so much excellent poetry. I can't think of anything that rhymes with Pisgah Legal Services. However, there's a word that goes with it, and that's justice. And that's what we seek. We stand for justice. We want to stand with people who are seeking justice, and we want to do that for people who can't afford justice. So that's our job, that's our mission. And again, you're making that possible, and we're grateful. To try to keep this within my time period, and I will, it is a challenge. We've been at it for almost 50 years. We serve all 18 counties of western North Carolina, certainly including Henderson County. We have 15 plus different program areas, and I will mercifully spare you what those are. But I can tell you what we're about, and that's justice. And if you really want to distill it down, we're an anti-poverty organization. We're trying to help people get to a better place. And those people are in a really tough spot. So they come to us when there's no place left to turn. They could be in an unsafe situation at home. Could be a violent situation, and they need to get out and get away, so they come to us. It could be that they're facing homelessness, and we prevent homelessness by working with landlords to try to resolve issues with tenants and landlords and unnecessary foreclosures, to try to keep people where they are. We do a lot with elder law. We help people with their end-of-life planning and all those medical directives and all that paperwork, wills and estates and so on, to try to get prepared. We do a lot with veterans, with consumers, and again, another half dozen or so program areas. So if you have a civil legal issue and you can't afford an attorney and you qualify, and we can get to that one-on-one, the important thing is explore it with us if you're in a spot, or if you know someone who's in a spot. Have them call Pisgah Legal. We'll try to help them out of whatever jam that they are in. But it's all civil-based. You know, the Constitution guarantees that folks convicted of a crime have a public defender. But for the law-abiding folks who might get in a jam, there is no such guarantee, so we try to fill that gap. We are based in Asheville, but as I said, serve all 18 counties. And we try to go where the people are. So we have 12 different offices throughout that 18-county area. We try to be as close to the people as we can. We even have a bus that goes out too. That's Gus, the Justice Bus. Ooh, I did rhyme something. How about that? Thank you, Joff. But the point is, we try to make ourselves available and just try to be a resource. We have 37 full-time attorneys on staff at Pisgah Legal, and we have another half dozen or so social workers, which is a perfect complement because where the law sort of finishes up, if you will, in courts, then what? And then our social workers try to help our clients move on to that next step. So it's a very complementary relationship, works well together. So we're going to have an opportunity after the service to talk with coffee and so on, and you can come up to me with your questions and so on. I think the message that I really just want to impart is, first and foremost, thank you, because John, my son, and I feel very welcome. This is a beautiful service, beautiful congregation. And you encourage us with what you do. We like to know that we're out there, fighting the good fight, but when we have the support that we have from you all and the encouragement that we have, it doesn't always have to translate into dollars, but speak well of us and speak to us of other people who need our services. We are mostly fortunate, I'm thinking. We don't need Pisgah Legal, but we probably know people who do. And I think if you can be one of our outreach people, one of our spokespersons, we would love to have you. And so thank you, and I look forward to talking with you in a little bit.
Thank you, Daniel. I bet if someone comes up to you downstairs and has something that rhymes with Pisgah Legal Services, they'll be in a spotlight. Okay. The offering will now be gratefully received to support the important work of True Ridge and Pisgah Legal Services. Thank you, Shirley. Please join me in the dedication of this offering. To the work of this congregation, which is weaving a tapestry of love and action, we dedicate our offerings and the best of who we are. The time has come to sing with glee, Song 183, These Things Shall Be. Listen first, hear it one time through, then rise as you can and sing it true.
Go now, remembering poetry is no luxury, but a vital light that shapes your word and deed. Name what longs to be spoken, trust your truth, and let your life become a poem of possibility. Please be seated for the postlude. And Shirley, I just want to say a special thank you. You are on fire this morning. Thank you so much. So beautiful. We are so grateful for you. And then be sure to stay after coffee. Talk to Daniel during coffee. Come up with that rhyme for Pisgah Legal. And then be sure and stay for the film, The Ant and the Grasshopper. Okay, yeah, sure. Good job.
Yeah. Well, thanks for putting it right on that. I was distressed to see that even my little two-sentence, offertory poem had disappeared.